Alright, I'm going to open up a big old can of worms and do a magic trick. On my ride home, I passed by, and I remember the name of the place, something Crazy Rooster or Crazy Horse, something like that. It's a strip club. And I have not, I'm just going to say at the very beginning, I don't know yet where my head is on this question. I'm going to open it up to you fine people on YouTube, and you can jump in and give me a hard time or agree with me and disagree with me. Or it's not agree, disagree, because I don't actually know where I stand on this. I want some help on figuring out where my head ought to be on this. Okay, strip club. I asked this question, gosh, I was probably 20 years old, 25 years old when I first kind of wanted the answer to this question. I never really got a suitable, never really got in a long debate about it anyways, but I never really had a suitable, never put my head straight about it. Who has the control in a strip club? Is it the girls, the dancers? Is it the patrons, the guys with the money? Ultimately, the women have to use their body to make money, and guys, they're there. They can be on an unsavory lot. We'll say it that way. I've been to strip clubs before, so I was an unsavory lot, a single lot, unsavory. What are they? Parcel. Anyways, so the women are, and let's take the drug abuse out of the. Well, maybe we can't do that. I recognize that some clubs get really like the girls either have to they get hopped up or becomes a den for all kinds of other vices besides stripping. So in that way, obviously it's neither, no one's got power in a situation like that. But you've got a relatively clean girl who's just using the money. We'll go with the standard. She's, earning money to go to college. And some guy, 40-year-old salesman, divorced, and he's kind of got money to spend, so that's where he goes to spend his money. Like that, you understand. People who are lonely are looking for some way to make a connection. This is for them, it's buying a connection that they don't get. They don't, like, the girls are nice enough to play the game. They'll talk to you and make you feel like you're wanted for a small amount of time and for some money. The really good ones are smart, will have a great story, and they'll keep you entertained for the whole night and drain your wallet. So you walk out of there penniless, they walk out with all the money, but they've had to use their body to do it. Is that such a bad thing? Now here's where I'm going to go with my argument. A UFC fighter is using his body to make his living and getting beaten up badly because of it. Those guys, there are some that do okay, but you get in enough fights, you're getting really, really concussed, you're getting beat up, you're getting, so that's, you can say about any athletes, right? They're using their body to make their money. Is that different from, maybe that's a separate question, but is that different from being a stripper and using your body to make your money as a stripper? So maybe we can ask this two questions. Who's got the power in a strip club? The patrons or the girls? And then, is dancing the same as being a UFC fighter? I'm going to limit it to that one because that one's pretty brutal. I mean, if you watch the sport, which I'm kind of iffy on the sport. Like I'm impressed by all the athleticism but I'm turned off by the brutality. It's just, I like boxing. I'm a huge, I've been a big fan of boxing forever. But that's a sweet science, man. That's ducking and weaving and putting your shots in. I guess UFC is also, but man, those guys get. All right, I'm off topic. Again, I don't know the answer to this one. I don't know where I stand on it. I'm curious where other people stand on it. I'd like to hear some recent arguments in one camp or the other, and maybe there's just no answer. Maybe they both got the power, or maybe neither, or maybe it's an individual basis. Sometimes it's the women, sometimes it's the guys. That is where my head's at today, and every time I pass by that club, I think it's a pretty new one from what I understand, but not been in that one. I haven't been in one in years. We're talking about single life kind of distance. I feel like I'd go in now at this stage of my life and be like, not. Now I'm starting to see the behind the curtain, the wear and tear of it all. But again, I can't, I'm not gonna throw anybody on the bus for, if that's where they go to meet their connection, to finally talk to a girl who's gonna pay them some attention. I totally get it. I totally get it. I I can't fault anybody for being there. And again, for some girls, that's just a good way to make money. That's low bar. I mean, some of them, let's be honest, some of them are super athletic themselves. They put some of them put a lot of time in. They'll go in, from what I understand, they can go to the club, off hours, practice their routine, work on the whole, work on the whole thing to make sure that they're as they've got to outclass each other in the club, right? It is a bit of a competition. I don't know enough about it. I would venture to say that there's probably a fair bit of rivalry going on behind the curtain, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're all we're all one team, just draining everybody's wallets. I don't know. I'd be curious to hear about that too. Anyways, I had gone somewhere with all that. Where was I going with that? Pay attention to the road here a second. Anyways, so if you have an opinion, and I assume that you do because you're smart people out there, drop it into my comments below, and let's have a seasoned debate. I do like to have reasonable debates with reasonable people, especially in an area that I'm completely not decided on. And someone's going to jump in and say, how can you not be decided? It's clearly this, or it's clearly that. And I'd be interested in hearing that too. But I don't think that I agree that it's clearly one way or the other. I'm pretty certain that this is firmly in the middle of where you could go with it. But I'm happy to hear that I'm not right. And on that I'll agree. I may just say to you, I understand your side of things, but I don't agree with you. That's exactly one way or the other. And now for a bit of a magic trick. Why don't you hang on and watch this transformation. And poof! Look at that. How's that for a magic trick? Yeah, I stopped and got a haircut. And as I'm having the haircut, I'm thinking to myself, boy, someone's gonna jump all over me because of the misogynist danger angle that the girls at the clubs. And I can't disagree. Like I said, I'm probably, if I'm on one side of the fence or the other, I'm probably on the side of the fence that, the women kind of have it's a hard life. And they, the guys who walk in with the money, they actually get to leave and go someplace nice for a nice dinner the next time. Well, I suppose the girl can too with the money she's earned. Anyways, I thought it'd be an interesting discussion to have with reasoned people who aren't gonna jump up and down and scream and froth at the mouth. I want to be shown which side. If the one side is clearly the winner, that would be great. Let me know what you think. I'd rather not have this question in my head for the rest of my life. I want it to be decided one way or the other. And if you think that I'm way off base and this should be obvious for me to understand, explain to me why it should be obvious, and maybe I'll learn something and be like, oh yeah, you're right, that should have totally been obvious. But I'm going to leave you on this. I got gel insoles in my shoes today that I've been putting off doing that for the last, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months, because the inside of these shoes were crap. I don't know why I waited so long. They were totally worth the $12, whatever it was I spent. My feet feel great, and I'm a guy who likes to go barefoot. But these Dr. Scholl's gelled insoles, I ought to be a sponsor, or they ought to be a sponsor of mine. Anyways, have a good day. We'll talk to you soon.